What are carbohydrates, also known as carbs? Does your body need a minimum amount of carbs to be healthy? Are there any good carbs that you can eat on a keto or low-carb diet? In today's video, I'll answer all of these questions. Plus, I'll let you know why the carbs information listed on some food labels may be misleading. Let's get into it. Hi, I'm Dr. Andreas Enfeldt, CEO of Diet Doctor, and today I'll be discussing everything you need to know about carbs on a low-carb diet. Let's start with the basics. What are carbohydrates? Along with protein and fat, carbohydrates are one of the macronutrients, or major nutrients. So if you hear someone talking about their macros, they're just describing how much protein, fat, and carbs they are eating. The main function of carbs is to provide your body with energy. There are two broad categories of carbs: starches and sugars. Starches are made up of long chains of individual sugar units called glucose that are linked together. Even though starches are not sweet, eating them can raise your blood sugar because they're made up of glucose. More on that later. Rice, pasta, potatoes, cereal, and everyone's favorite, bread, are examples of foods that contain starch. Sugars are much shorter chains than starches. In food, they are usually occurring as two sugar units linked together, such as glucose and fructose, which makes sucrose, commonly known as table sugar. Glucose can also be linked to galactose to make lactose, or milk sugar. Sugars are found in fruits and in smaller amounts in whole foods that don't taste sweet, such as milk, nuts, seeds, and vegetables. Of course, sugars are also used to sweeten cookies, cakes, candies, soft drinks, and many other processed foods. These added sugars include white sugar, brown sugar, and high fructose corn syrup, along with natural sugars like honey, maple syrup, and molasses. Are natural sugars better than plain white sugar? No. Sugar is sugar, and your body treats all of it in the same way. How does your body process carbs? After you eat carbs, your body breaks down starches into glucose and sugars into glucose and fructose, and then these smaller sugars are absorbed into your bloodstream. As glucose enters your bloodstream, your blood sugar begins to rise immediately. This prompts your pancreas to produce insulin, the hormone that helps glucose move out of your blood and into your cells, where it can be used for energy. It's important to note that carbs raise blood sugar much more than the other macronutrients, protein and fat. How much your blood sugar increases after eating carbs depends on how many carbs you eat, what you eat with the carbs, how much insulin you produce, and how sensitive your cells are to insulin. The fructose portion of sugar is processed differently than the glucose portion. Instead of raising blood sugar immediately, like glucose does, fructose goes straight to the liver to be processed and stored. Your liver can easily handle the small amounts of fructose found in whole foods. However, sweets and sugar-sweetened beverages may deliver too much fructose to your liver at once. Over time, consuming a lot of fructose-rich foods may lead to insulin resistance, fatty liver, and obesity. The good news is, cutting back on carbs can help control your blood sugar, protect your liver, and promote weight loss. This is why a lot of people who want to improve their health and lose weight follow keto or low-carb diets, which contain very few carbs. Now, when it comes to carbs, we need to consider what can be digested and absorbed. Fiber, previously called roughage, is found in many plant foods. Unlike sugars and starches, fiber can't be broken down by your digestive tract and absorbed into your bloodstream. Therefore, we can subtract fiber from a food's total carb count to get its digestible carbs, or net carbs. For example, a cup of zucchini contains 7 grams of total carbs. But since 3 of those grams are fiber, we subtract them from the total carb count to get the net carbs. So 7 grams of total carbs minus 3 grams of fiber equals 4 grams of net carbs. Do you need to eat a minimum amount of carbs every day? Although it may be surprising to hear, the answer is no. An essential nutrient is one that you need to get from your diet because your body can't make it on its own. And unlike essential amino acids, which are found in protein foods, and essential fatty acids, which are found in fatty foods, there are no essential carbohydrates. Now, your red blood cells and portions of your kidneys and brain do need some glucose. However, your body can make all the glucose that it needs, even if you don't eat any carbs at all. Your liver is a remarkable organ that can convert amino acids and other materials into glucose. This process is known as gluconeogenesis, or making new glucose. However, even though your body doesn't need any carbs, including small amounts of them in your diet may still be beneficial. Many whole foods that contain carbs also provide valuable nutrients and fiber that can help you feel full. Plus, they add flavor and texture to your food, which can make your eating experience more enjoyable. The best carbs to eat on a keto or low-carb diet include broccoli, green beans, cauliflower, and many other non-starchy vegetables. Other great options are low-sugar fruits like avocados and berries, plain Greek yogurt, and nuts and seeds. So, let's briefly review what I've discussed so far. The 2 main categories of carbs are starches and sugars. Starches are found in bread, potatoes, and pasta, and sugars are found in vegetables, dairy products, and sweets. Your body breaks down carbs into smaller sugars like glucose that are absorbed into your bloodstream and used for energy. Even though your body needs glucose, you don't need to eat carbs to get it because your body can make all that you need. Earlier, I said that because fiber isn't broken down into sugar and absorbed into your system, it can be subtracted from a food's total carb count. But I want to be very clear that I'm talking about fiber that's naturally present in whole foods, like vegetables, fruits, nuts, and seeds. Fiber in low-carb store-bought products may have different effects. Perhaps you've seen low-carb bread, pasta, tortillas, and other starchy foods that have labels boasting only 4 grams of net carbs. Manufacturers typically add several grams of fiber to these processed low-carb items, and then they subtract those fiber carbs from the total carbs in order to display a low net carb value on the nutrition label. However, in some cases, the fiber has been processed in a way that changes its structure and allows your body to partially absorb it. So, if you consume low-carb products made with added fiber, you may be getting more net carbs than you think. Fortunately, there are ways to get the taste and texture of your favorite starchy foods with very few net carbs. Use vegetables to make cauliflower rice, cauliflower mash, or zucchini noodles, also called zoodles. Create low-carb breads with a combination of almond flour, coconut flour, and seeds. Check out our collection of easy-to-make recipes for inspiration. I'm confident you'll find several options that will quickly become your low-carb go-tos. Are you interested in learning more about different types of carbs and how keeping carb intake low might be helpful? See the link below for our full guide to carbohydrates on a low-carb or keto diet. Now, after watching this video, you may be thinking that you need to track your carbs in order to succeed on a low-carb diet. However, what if counting is not your thing? Well, we have the perfect solution for you. Our personalized meal plans. These meal plans take your food preferences into account and provide you with recipes that fall within your target carb range. So there's no planning, no counting needed on your part. We've done all of that for you. To try our personalized meal plans and get other members-only benefits, like our popular video courses, go to dietdoctor.com for a free trial. Good luck, and I'll see you in our next video.